And I believe these are the final Group E pools that I have on deck here. Nobody026 back to their tried and true main of Arle versus Dan8116. Looks like nobody's already struggling to get some purples, but got them anyways. And is setting off right now just to keep Dan on their toes. Dan does need a healthy transition here, but doesn't seem to be getting it. No, that is just how it's going to go. Okay, this is going to be 1-0 for nobody. Battle the numbers here because Dan has like 4 numbers and nobody has 3. There's numbers in my commentary too. Nobody probably going for okay, probably not the way they really want to place that Hellfire. Maybe they want to do something a little bit more dynamic, but unfortunately did not get to do so. Nice little 2-chain from nobody. Not the biggest on Aqua, like it's a good, like it's doable. I just think that gummy is just so much more better. Like I don't know, it's cuter, a lot more easier for me to tell the cards apart. I don't know, I really just like gummies, just like gummy Puyos. I'm just so glad they added to Champions, and then now the gummies are like the default. Because they if I'm not mistaken, I think they originated from Chronicles, and those were like really good too. But of course, it was on a 3DS, so of course, you know, at some point they have to HDFI them. Nice attack from nobody. Nobody probably went. Oh, sorry, Dan probably wanted to put that elsewhere, but didn't really get the piece to do so. Okay. A nice 2-1 for nobody here. So, last time that nobody fought like a tried and true stairs main, they kind of just did like smaller rushes at them. So I wonder why they're just choosing to not do it this time. They're kind of just opting to just chain normally. And sometimes Dan just comes back with a really powerful chain and eventually a game-ending chain there. It's really nice work for Dan here. Tying it up with nobody, who is pretty much a tried and true silver player. So interesting to see how things will turn out here. If nobody can get some purples, that'll be really good for them. Okay, a little bit of a large chain coming. I'm guessing an 8 or a 9. Looking like a 9 right now. Yep. Correct 9. But a powered 10 from Dan. Impressive gameplay right there. Yeah, I'll give Dan the credit for that. That was really good. I couldn't tell, but it was. But surprisingly, Dan is taking the lead here. So, if I was nobody right now, I'd be a little bit worried about this. Probably be throwing less here, but again, maybe they just wanted to give themselves an extra challenge. A little bit of a for fun challenge. Cuts at 5, but that should be enough for Dan to just take the garbage there. And enough to tie it up 3-3. Very nice to see. I did not really mean to make that rhyme. Sorry. I was trying to think of like a rhyme to go with it as well, even though I just apologized. I'm sorry. What will Dan do? Okay, so it looks like he's going for a transition right now. A pretty healthy one at that, but kind of just, yeah, he just either didn't get the pieces he needed or was just tunnel visioning too hard on it. Could be the former, or sorry, the latter. Because I do notice that he does tend to tunnel vision like one thing rather than just getting the bigger picture and seeing, okay, I can do this instead and still be okay. So nobody does have a lot of greens on the rightmost side. Interesting 2-chain to throw out, especially considering that he doesn't really have a lot of space to really transition right now. He's getting like a lot of colors in column 1 through 3, and that's gonna be really hard to really make do with. So probably my best guess that he's going to just set off a little bit of everything at once. Dan has access to his main chain now and will be unleashing it, so nobody has to think of a backup plan here. A chain that beats a 5-chain wasn't found in the meeting here. That is going to be another tied game, 4-4. Both players are really at each other's necks here. Probably didn't want to put that blue quite like that for the GTR, but maybe they have a backup plan up their sleeve. Nobody, of course. Maybe they have a Hellfire coming. That looks like one. That looks like Dan is prepared for that. Okay, nice job of James to just get ready for that Hellfire that was coming. Can we put Dan right back up to the lead, going 5-4 in this match. No all clear for each player yet because there was only 3 reds and that 4th color was introduced now. Probably would have opted for the blues to be on columns 4 and 5 rather than there because that's just going to cut off the tail. Looking at nobody's chain, by the way. What is nobody planning to do? Okay. So no blue, so it does cut intentionally. But Dan is going to be able to counteract that with a 7. The 6 chain right here is going to be really powerful for it to really do anything here. Not quite. Dan is up 6-4, so this is match point for Dan. Nobody's going to have to really pick up the pace here. Unfortunately, both players did miss the all clear. Kind of stared at each other as they did it. Nobody decides to go for a really risky extension here. Gets the 8 off, but unfortunately, it is going to be a little bit of a more powerful one. It doesn't really matter if Dan doesn't get the spoons to actually counteract it. So, nobody's pulling his weight here now. Could have gone for a really cool looking transition there, nobody, but didn't go for it. I mean, still a transition to go for, but it would have been a little bit more of a, I don't know if it would be cleaner per se, but it would have been a little bit more in your duty to do that. But Dan looks like he's wasting a little bit of more resources here just to make sure that he closes out. But unfortunately, that hastiness will bite him back in the butt as nobody gets an amazing 8-chain off, tying this game up match point for both players. So the next player of this, so the winner of this will have a stronger chance of actually making it to like the higher brackets. I believe Niru already has gold bracket unlocked, but this could determine who gets into silver or bronze. Or maybe it will be like a whole rock, paper, scissors-esque thing. Anything could happen with this next point here. This next attack could decide the winner. And who will have a debatably rougher time. Ooh, nice follow-up, Dan. I think nobody was looking for a little bit of a bigger chain there, but Dan literally just sniped them out of it. That's going to be Dan's victory, and now a bronze player has beaten an iron player. Ooh, what to do about that indeed. But next time, viewers.